What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Today we're going to talk about T.I.'s older daughter. I believe her name is Zonnique, and she has been raised partly by T.I. and Tiny. I do believe that this is T.I.'s oldest daughter from another relationship, or actually it's Tiny's daughter, I believe, from an older relationship. But regardless, to say that he helped raise this young lady, okay? And Zonnique recently bought a home, a mortgage, and she is dealing with a rapper by the name of Bad Hunter Izzy. Now, this is the reason why I tell you that entertainers have children that are also just as dumb as they are. You guys don't believe me, but this is the reason why these folks are not involved. For those, the original Black Elite, that's why they shun these guys. This is why they never get invited to the club, because they're stupid. The athletes, entertainers, usually they're dumb. I'm sorry. They have no idea how to raise kids. Their kids end up being terrible for the most part. Like, look at Lil Wayne's daughter. Look at the situation here. Okay. Look at Pleasure P. Look at Will Smith's kids. They all end up like bums. Okay. This is the reason why that, these guys get money and have all this stuff. And God knows what's going to happen with Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty and whatever offspring that they have. Lord, God can only forbid. And I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm just being real. Based off the other kids that we see, Lord help us all. Hopefully, I live nowhere near them. Okay? Just gunshots everywhere. But Zonnique bought a house. She had a baby by a rapper who's also Bad Hunter Izzy. So there you go. And she bought a house and she had autopay, allegedly. So the money was supposed to come out of her account. But she didn't pay the mortgage. When they called to try to collect the money, she didn't answer the phone. Okay? She didn't answer the phone because, well, you know what? She's just not that bright, probably.
Wool up, just wool up.
Well, you know what? She's just not that bright, probably, right? You're like, hey, I'm not paying my rent. Let me not answer the phone because it's somebody calling that I don't owe money to, because it makes sense. This is what we're dealing with in Black America. So sometimes, let me not answer the phone. Perfect. Okay. So, and she's saying that being an adult is hard, which is interesting because you're 24. You're 24. You don't pay your bills. You're living with a guy you're not married to who doesn't pay your bills. You have 3.5 million subscribers on Instagram. For what? I don't know. She said not only that, but her water has been cut off in the past too, because you've got to pay the bill. I just want to talk about this, okay? Because I can understand, like, maybe your internet being cut off. Sometimes you forgot to pay it. That's happened to me once, and I was out of the country. And that was cut off for like 1 day. But how you don't pay your mortgage, it doesn't make any sense. Because shouldn't you check your bank account? See if things are clearing? You don't see any deductions. These are the people that are having babies. And these are the people, not only do they have babies, these babies learn from them. Imagine you're a whole parent of another human being. You have a child that lives with you, with some other rapper who may or may not be able to read and write. We don't know. It's left to be determined. You two are raising someone else in this life. What chance then? with your irresponsibility, does this child have to become somebody? I mean, not that the child is not smart or it doesn't have the capability. I'm not saying that. I mean, as long as you are their parents, this is just not a Zonnique Pullins thing. This is a Black American. Not all the time, but this happens all the time. Like, you have irresponsible parents who, let's just be honest, they don't have any idea what they're doing. They're not responsible adults as it is. You get pregnant though. You're responsible enough to get a 40 ounce in a Motel 6 and not use condoms. That's very responsible, and you don't get married. So then you have babies when you can't even pay a bill. This is great. So then when you have the babies and shit like that, and so then they come out and then the kids pick up the same problems that you have because you're unaccountable. So let's go ahead and get you kicked out of the house, ruin your credit so you and the kids can be on the street. That just makes sense. It makes sense. And then there's nobody in America that sees or says anything about it. It's like you see the stupidity and then you like, well, I'm not going to talk about that. You know what? This is what we're talking about. What chance then do these children actually have? I mean, really. And I go back to the initial point that I've aforementioned on many of my podcasts every day or my shows or my YouTube videos. I will not live by them. I don't care. I just cannot live amongst irresponsible people. That's where the gunshots and the stealing and the breaking in the windows and taking folks' TVs and stuff, borrowing sugar, not bringing it back to sugar can, just all kind of weaving and selling. And nobody says anything. How do you get your home into foreclosure? Like, do you know how hard you have to work at buffoonery to get to that point? Yet you're a whole entire parent. And some of y'all got a baby mama like this. This is the devastating part. Don't y'all wish y'all would have kept, you can get your senses back? Some of y'all. If you can just take it back, wouldn't you do it? Some of y'all, and she's a good looking girl. Some of y'all have booty clapping sounds. You was in that thing, you shot all off in it. I know you did, and you liked it. You got 1, 2, 3 babies by something like this. Don't have no type of sense, do she? None. Your kids in there, water cut off, lights cut off. She done lost the ATM card, lost the key to the house. Forgot to buy water. Forgot the keys. This is who's raising y'all's kids. And then she's on Tinder. And God forbid if you can't pay your rent, what kind of guy are you even bringing around? I mean, it goes without saying. It goes without saying. Just extreme dustiness. Because being an adult is hard. Wow. For the love of God. Just so much weaving and so much sanding up. I bet you it ain't hard when you're trying to find them a twerk tapes to practice to. But what do I know? But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe with the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.